Peace, family. I pray that all is well. If you are working towards a certain goal, if you are aiming towards a certain height, right? If you have a certain image or vision of yourself in mind for the future where you are on top, where you are just dominating, just doing the best that you can, just at this great level. Understand that you're going to have to be drugged through the mud. You're going to have to go through the dirt. You're going to have to see the other side, right? Keep this in mind. The highest heights are gained by those who reach the greatest depths. So if you want to get as high as the oak tree, you have to go as deep as its roots. If you want to go as high as the oak tree, you got to go as deep as its roots, as above, so below. If you want to be rich and wealthy, then you have to go through all of the trials and the sore temptations of what the other side looks like. Being poor, having nothing, week by week, struggling, not knowing where your next meal is gonna come from. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not that toilsome, right? Maybe it's not that much of a trial. But what you aim for, you're gonna have to see the other side. What you aim for, you're gonna have to know the depths of the opposition. You're gonna have to know the depths. When you aim for these high heights, you're gonna have to meet those great depths. And the thing is that, and I'm gonna always bring this back into our connection with the Most High. They say that one day for God is 1,000 years for man. Really what it is that the spirit of God, the spirit of Allah moves on such a fast frequency, but our flesh moves at such a slow frequency. And the soul moves at a faster frequency than the flesh, but a slower frequency than the spirit. So we can look at our nature like that of the nature of water, right? Solid, liquid, and gas. The solid would be this flesh. The liquid would be the soul. The gas would be the spirit. The spirit is moving at a faster frequency. The spirit is moving at a faster vibration, right? The soul is moving at a bit of a slower vibration than the spirit, but a faster vibration than the flesh. And the flesh is moving at the slowest vibration. Why do I say this? Right? The soul moves at the speed of thought. Right? So the second that you think that you're any kind of thing, right? And then you put that emotion behind it, then you are that thing. When you think you are, as man thinks, so is he. When you have that thought and you put that emotion behind it, when you have that you are already there. You are already there. It's like when you are dreaming. When you're dreaming, you're on the plane of soul. When you're dreaming, you're experiencing, you're with the soul. And every time you have a thought, the scenery changes. When you dream and then you turn the corner and it changes, your thought changed. Your soul moves at the speed of thought. The second that you think in your dream and you think of something else in your dream changes because your thoughts change. So as your thought changes, your dream changes because your soul moves at the speed of thought. Where your soul, you think and then you're there. So if I think, right, I think I'm a millionaire. I think I'm successful on YouTube. It's already happened. It's already there. I'm already successful. I'm already wealthy and rich. I'm already well off. I'm already in that house doing that dream job, doing that dream thing. But my flesh, the vibration of my flesh has to catch up. The vibration of my flesh has to get on the same level. It has to catch up. Your soul is already there. Your spirit and your soul is merging. The emotion and the thought is merging. And the more that you don't get deterred from your path, the more that you stay true to your thought, the more that you stay true to your faith, the more that you stay true to your belief. You don't allow doubts to come into your life. You don't allow doubts to destroy you from your path, to deter you from your path. Without a doubt, your flesh is going to catch up. And you'll be there. And you'll look back and say, I truly had faith and belief in myself. Praise Allah. I truly had faith within myself. I truly had faith in what it is that I was doing and that I am doing in this present moment. Because in this present moment you are. Whatever it is that you have a goal to do, to be, to accomplish, you have already, the second that you put your thoughts to it. I can do anything I put my mind to, and I know how to put my mind to things. When you put your mind to it, when you put your thoughts in it, you're there. Your emotion into it, you're there. I just put out the video, thought plus emotion equals manifest. When you have your thoughts and you put your thoughts into something and you put your emotion behind it, it's there. There's nothing that can deter you except for yourself. If you get thrown off your path, you did it yourself. No reason. No excuses. Because we are the lords of this plane. We are the lords of what it is that we have going on. You are the Lord of your life. You are the Lord of your flesh. You are the Lord of your reality. You create it. What you put your mind to, what you put your thoughts to, what you put your emotion behind will create the reality behind you. This is why there can be one thing in truth and everyone sees it from a different perspective because everyone is building off of different thoughts. Everyone is moving off of different emotions. So it could be truth and I could think that is beautiful and I could feel the emotion of love towards it. And someone else could say that is just terrible and they feel the emotion of hate and fear towards it. In itself is just the truth, but what we do for our reality, because how you think, how you feel will create the world that you live in. You can either live in a world of blessedness and peace or a world of hell and hatred. Heaven and hell are states of mind. We are creators and we make our own. So you can either have that eternal peace, that eternal felicity, or you can have that eternal fire, that eternal hatred, that eternal fear, that eternal death, which is hell, or that eternal life, which is heaven. So we are the ones that create our reality, and we are the ones that deal with the consequences of our thoughts. We are the ones that deal with the consequences of our choices. We are the ones that deal with the consequences of our actions. So if I say I have this goal, I say I want to be a millionaire, I've already decided it. Now I have embedded that within my mind, within my subconsciousness, within my consciousness, whatever, to make the correct decisions to guide me on that path, to deal with the proper struggles to guide me on that path, to deal and go through certain things that a millionaire would have to deal and go through, to learn the lessons that a millionaire would have to learn, to maintain the kind of business, the kind of finance that a millionaire would have to learn how to maintain. So these struggles and all of these things we only see as far as we can. It's like at nighttime when you got the headlights going and you can only see as far as the headlights will show. But you know that there's a destination. Just because you can't see any further than the headlights, maybe you're going through a foggy stage at this point. It's getting a little foggy. You got to slow down and put your hazard lights on. You're still going towards that destination. There is absolutely no reason to give up. We do it because of our doubts. We do it because the lower self gets into our mind and tells us that we can't do it. Tells us there's no reason to continue. Tells us no reason to keep going. Tells us this is easier with comfort. Tells us the conventional way is easy. Tells us to lay back and chill. Tells us that we're tired. It tells us that we don't need to do any more work. It tells us that we've done enough work. Tells us to save it for later. Save it for tomorrow. Right? I've already spoken about this, but tomorrow is never promised. Tomorrow is never promised. And so the important thing is right now. What are we doing right now? The past few days I wake up and I think I have the ability to make the right choices. All of my choices for today are within my own discernment, within my hands, for lack of a better phrase. All of our choices for today are within our own hands. All of my choices today is something that there's a moment where I decide my glory or my shame, where I decide my evolution or my de-evolution, where I decide whether I'm unfolding or whether I'm crumbling, whether I'm withering away. And so we cannot get stuck up in these trials and temptations because hope is our beacon light, right? Allah is leading on and victory is sure. There is no failure. There is no failure. And there's no reason to get discouraged when you have that true faith and that true hope and that true love and that true faith and that true hope for your Creator. And you know that what you put your mind to, you can accomplish, you can achieve. So I hope that this video has reached somebody out there, and I appreciate you all for coming out for another one and spending this time with me. Peace, peace, and peace.